Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Welcome to the channel, Visions for You Tarot. I'm Sarah, and this is your reading on a message from your inner child. So what does your inner child want you to know? For group one, we have Cat's Eye and Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. For group two, Rainbow Pyrite and Imagination. And I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And for group three, Dragonblood Jasper. Courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So these are your three groups. Go ahead and take a moment and select your pile using your intuition. I'll post the timestamps in the description box below, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, hi group one, those of you who picked this Cat's Eye and Success. I know that there's no greater goal than to love. This is your reading on what does your inner child want from you, or just a message from your inner child. So this is just pretty much I guess coming from this perspective of your inner child, right? Like, what does success really mean? Success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and I'm getting that. Maybe there's been some. Here we have grief. Okay, we have grief. We have the Nine of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Swords in reverse, 24, and the Moon, which I don't know. I'm seeing these as teardrops coming down from the Moon. The Spark of Hustle in reverse, and Knight of Wands, no, and the Death card. So those are the cards, and I'm getting that there's grief, sadness, disappointment, in your past. I feel that this is related to your past, or maybe your childhood. Maybe there was a death. Maybe it wasn't a death. There was just a lot of things that kept you, um, you know, stuck mentally. Not even stuck. Like I'm getting like some type of something that affects you mentally or psychologically from the past. Anyway, all that stuff is not the essential message. The main message I'm getting with the Spark of Hustle in reverse, like I'm getting this as someone who works a lot, works really hard, is always hustling, always on the go, just stays busy all the time, is driven to maybe succeed or achieve. This could be somebody, you could be somebody. These are just examples who, maybe grew up poor, grew up without enough, you know, strive to have to work hard to overcome poverty or to get yourself out of situations, and just to create a better life for yourself. And so you hustle really hard, and I keep hearing hustling backwards. Like I feel like your inner child is warning you not to hustle backwards, in the sense that, like, what are you hustling for? Is it for material things, or is it for to live a better life? Meaning, and I'm feeling it more of a holistic better life, like the same way a child would want to live. Because for a child, I'm feeling this thing of just, wanting to be happy, wanting to be loved, wanting to be present in the moment, live one day at a time, be carefree. Obviously we can't recreate our childhoods or being children, but there's a lot of things that I guess your inner child wants you to have and wants you to experience as well, and to include that in your definition of success. And another message that they want is for you to process some of this sadness and this grief, or maybe there was some betrayal, maybe there was, like I said, a death, um, and really make a choice on who you want to be, who you want to become. Choose who you are becoming. Choose your definition of success. Are you going to follow your heart? Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be fulfilled? It's like, do you want to acquire material things only to not have other things like love? Or I don't know. It's just calling into question your definition of success, and also pinpointing some areas of grief that need to be processed by you. And these areas of grief that perhaps haven't, or I just feel like it's something that's been, I'm seeing like something that's been put in the closet, been put in the garage to be dealt with at a later time. You know how some people, do that in their houses, like they have a room or a storage area where they just keep putting stuff, and they're like, we'll deal with that later, we'll deal with it later, and then they just so they can keep going, just so they could not remain strong, but just so they can push forward stronger and move forward, thinking that, once they reach this level of success, or once they attain these certain things, then they'll, clean that closet out. So, but what your inner child is telling you is that if you take time to clean out that closet of grief, your version or your definition of success may be different. I feel like it might include you'll be more satisfied or fulfilled, like almost like spiritually or in your heart. You'll be able to be guided by your heart a little bit more, and just be able to bring in more love into your experience and into your life. Like, I don't know, this is what I'm getting with the moon. I feel like there's a lot of stuff, like, I'm just getting, like, with this grief and moon and death, there's stuff that is, beneath the surface, right? It's almost like a mysterious feeling I'm getting. Like, I'm getting this Scorpio feeling, this mysterious night, darkness sort of feeling, but this, but also like a feeling of the subconscious, like it's there and it's within you, and it's causing you to say no to embracing love, or maybe giving love in the same way you would have had you been able to, or do you spend like pretty much, my God, I'm getting like tongue twisted and tied right now. It's your inner child is pretty much asking you to process this grief, and it's going to change the way that you love, that you receive love, how hard you work, if you're working, what the things that you may be working for. Like, I'm just getting the feeling of, just like I heard, like a racehorse, like someone that just wants to keep going and going and going. Yeah. So that's the message I'm getting from your inner child, is this message that there's no greater goal than to love, and that it's really important for you to process some of the grief that you may have been putting on the back burner, so that you can, hustle your way out of whatever situation that you grew up in, that you're currently or presently in, or whatever, right? Because your inner child wants you to have more joy and love, and those types of things to be in your experience, and not just be chasing like I don't want to say material things, like I don't want to make it just about that, because when I talk about material things, it isn't just the material, it's maybe status, or wealth, or I don't know, like there's an enjoyment in other things, and I think that once you do process some of this grief that is within you, and I feel like it's I don't know, I keep seeing this pregnant woman here too. Um, it feels like it's it's something that's um, goes way back, you know. I just getting this feeling like you're going to be a lot more fertile as well once this processing happens, this grief processing happens, like fertile soil for love to grow, you know. And I'm getting just more emotional fulfillment, um, and you'll be better equipped to make choices that are really in the best interest of you, you know, and in your spirit, um, like your spiritual health as well. So yeah, so that's your reading, group one, from your inner child. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, share this video if you think someone else would like it. I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye. Okay, hi, group two. Those of you who picked this rainbow pyrite and imagination, I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is your reading on what does your inner child want from you. So, okay, so these are like very straightforward messages, very short, straightforward messages. And, you know, I just had the thought that, you know, this is coming from a child. So it's not going to be too complicated. Sometimes I feel like the messages have so many different layers to them, but this is straightforward. Okay, here we have imagination, turn on switch, the magician, the sun, let go and reverse twice, if you believe, across the waters, page of cups, and giraffe, the bigger picture. So I'm getting from your inner child, you know, it's funny because children could, you know, are known to be very imaginative, right? And with the magician and this turn on switch, it's like the same sort of image here you see, right? In her third eye. And I'm just getting this message of, you know, it's time for you to move. I want to say move on, right? Because across the waters, like I'm getting this message of, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Um, I don't know. I just keep hearing that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And now I feel like your inner child is saying, well, you're at the bridge now. It's time to cross it. It's time for you to get there. And a big part of where you're trying to get, and this bridge is like, I'm feeling it's like an emotional bridge. Take a step back and gather your thoughts and feelings, and the big picture. I'm also getting to that, you know, when things happen in the past and we don't know, and they can be painful or whatever, and we don't know why things happened or played out the way that they have. You know, it's almost like your inner child is saying for you to just sort of like take stock a little bit of, now, you know, it's like like, yeah, like they want you to sort of take stock in, your feelings and things, your thoughts, your feelings, all that stuff, because now it's time for you to cross that bridge. You know, maybe in the past it was like, oh, it'll make sense when we get there, or you just sort of like let it be or something. But now it's time to cross the bridge. It's time to cross the water. It's time to, move on from it in a way, right? And a big thing that is this message is this magician card and imagination and turn on switch and the sun. It's very clearly like, you know, being encouraged by your inner child to just turn on your imagination, you know, start manifesting what it is you truly desire. Um, you know, like it's like telling you like, wow, like look at all you can do. Like I'm looking at all these tools that the magician has. And you know, as a child, which I'm seeing this as your inner child, it's like I feel like there's such a heavy focus from your inner child, like looking at all the stuff that you have, all the resources you have, all the things you do have. Like it's funny, if you ever spend time with kids, you know, even if I think of my nieces or whatever, like, you know, when they hear you have, you know, $20, they're like, well, you know what I mean? Like, or they think it's so cool or so much, like, oh, I can't wait till I have $100, or I can't, and they see they take a look, or even if they just get a phone, they think it's like the biggest thing. When they're young, and I feel like this is your inner child, is like, wow, look at all the stuff that you have, all the tools you have, what you're able to do, um, and like how powerful you are. What you're like, it's just like you have the ability to create, and they really want you to turn on that imaginative, creative aspect of yourself, so you can, and really start to believe in your ability to manifest and to create and to have all the things you want, and start to just imagine, you know, what you want. Focus on what you want, you know. So that's a big thing. And then with these two letting goes in reverse is to let go of, you know, I want to say, like, don't sweat the small stuff, and maybe some of it isn't small stuff, but I just heard don't sweat the small stuff. um and I was hearing you'll cross that bridge when you get there, but now you're at that bridge, it's time for you to cross it. um and to look back, or to not look back, but look at the bigger picture, um it isn't, and I think looking at the bigger picture, I'm feeling like it isn't just looking at the past, but it's also looking at the future and what you have, like taking stock, taking inventory, and letting go of the things that don't nourish this creative aspect of you. Because that's literally what it says right here. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. And right below is let go. Let go of the things that don't nourish your imagination, your creativity, your resourcefulness, your ability to manifest. And that may include, certain thoughts and feelings that you have that prevent you from believing in yourself or in your abilities or anything like that. And I get that your inner child is sensitive. Like maybe some of you guys were a little sensitive or unique or creative as kids. And maybe some of you, like, that's went away, or you let go of that. Or who knows, maybe you were a lot more creative as a child. Yeah, so that's the message that I'm getting from your inner child. It's fairly straightforward. So yeah, there it is. So if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Bye. Hi, group 3, those of you who picked this Dragonblood Jasper. And courage, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. This is your reading on what does your inner child want from you. So, I'm going to just say that, like, I really like these messages that I'm getting. Just because they're so simple and straightforward, and it's nice because it's coming from what feels really like a child. And, but it's like a mature child. But anyway, so your message is having to do with following your dreams, right? And challenge. I embrace all tests. Allow me to flow with what cannot change. Let me embrace all tests and release any fear of loss, knowing that all can be replenished with ease by divine will. So, your inner child wants you to follow your dreams regardless of whatever challenges or obstacles you may encounter. If something is an obstacle, like, that's not, I'm getting that it's not a reason for you to give up or quit. When I move my body, I bust through all that blocks me from my true health and vitality. And so, I'm getting something about, like, physically movement, like physical movement, because I'm getting it, that's what's going to get your juices flowing, whether it's just going out for walks, exercise, things that are physical are going to really put that fire in you as well, because I'm looking at these flowers over here, and I'm getting the strong passion and pleasure and enjoyment. And that's what I'm getting with this 5th house as well, is like challenges. That's another thing, is like challenge shouldn't put an end to you enjoying yourself, or not, yeah, like having fun or enjoying yourself, or don't get too bogged down by challenges or obstacles. Um, and, another thing too, there's a message about with opening heart, deep connections, water blessings is, there's going to be people along the way that are going to like be there for you. And I'm getting that maybe you've had some relationships that ended not so well in the past, or people have betrayed you, or and I don't know, things like that. And I'm getting that with this Emma Frost over here as well. If you think I'm cold now, just wait. Like, I'm getting that the people that are meant to be in your life, it's like you're gonna know, because when you tell them your dreams or what you're trying to do, they're going to, help you get through these challenges or these obstacles, or they're going to help you face your fears and have the courage to move forward if you ever feel stuck. That's one of the ways you're going to know if they're like real friends, or they're really people who are meant to be in your life, right? And that's what I'm getting with this. Like, when you tell them your plans, this is the Two of Wands, which is a card about planning. Like, I just see, usually it's the one guy looking over the horizon and just making plans and taking stock of what's out there. But it's like, now it's usually this guy, but now it's like there's a friend, or there's someone else here holding it up and looking at your what you have going on, what your dreams are as well, and being there for you. Not just in a way that is going to support you emotionally, but also strategically, um, and things like that. So it's really important for you to get out there, because I'm just getting, even with this Dragonblood Jasper, I'm just getting this feeling of like, to get your blood going, to get excited, to like exercise, to move around. Um, yeah, because I'm getting this coldness, like this cold blooded feeling, like maybe you're not moving around enough. Um, like, definitely exercise is going to make you feel good, and it's going to help you. Or it's not just exercise, it's play and pleasure and getting out there. Maybe it's sports, maybe it's, just certain activities. It's going to give you a sense of vitality, and maybe a competitive nature. Maybe it's going to show you how to push through obstacles, or it's going to stretch your mind. Like, if you feel like, oh, I can only do this much, I can only run this much, and then you're beating your own records, it's going to like expand you, and maybe your thinking, or how you look at obstacles. Are they are they things that you can move past and break through? Like that sort of thing. So yeah, so that's what I'm getting for you guys, is to follow your dreams, and there's people that are going to be there for you. Don't let obstacles or challenges be the things that put a stop to you. And yeah, so that's your message, Group 3. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. Take care. Bye.